The discus throw is a track and field event in which an athlete throws a heavy disc called a discus in an attempt to mark a farther distance than his or her competitors. It is an ancient sport, as evidenced by the 5th century BC Myron statue, Discobolus. Although not part of the modern pentathlon, it was one of the events of the ancient Greek pentathlon, which can be dated at least to 708 BC. History. The discus throw is a routine part of most modern track and field meets at all levels and is a sport which is particularly iconic of the Olympic Games. The men's competition has been a part of the modern Summer Olympic Games since the first Olympiad in 1896. Images of discus throwers figured prominently in advertising for early modern games, such as fundraising stamps for the 1896 Games and the main posters for the 1920 and 1948 Summer Olympics. The women's competition was added to the Olympic program in the 1928 Games, although they had been competing at some national and regional levels previously. Description. The discus, the object to be thrown, is a heavy lenticular disc with a weight of 2 kg and diameter of .219 mm, 0 FTA 81 2 in, for the men's event, and a weight of 1 kg and diameter of .180 mm, 0 FTA 7 in, for the women's program. Under IAAF rules, youth boys throw the 1.5 kg discus, the junior men throw the unique 1.75 kg discus, and the girls/women of those ages throw the 1 kg discus. In international competition, men throw the 2 kg discus through age 49. The 1.5 kg discus is thrown by ages 50–59, and men age 60 and beyond throw the 1 kg discus. Women throw the 1 kg discus through age 74. Starting with age 75, women throw the .75 kg discus. The typical discus has sides made of plastic, wood, fiberglass, carbon fiber or metal with a metal rim and a metal core to attain the weight. The rim must be smooth, with no roughness or finger holds. A discus with more weight in the rim produces greater angular momentum for any given spin rate, and thus more stability, although it is more difficult to throw. However, a higher rim weight, if thrown correctly, can lead to a farther throw. A solid rubber discus is sometimes used. To make a throw, the competitor starts in a circle of 2.5 mm, 8 FTA 21 4 in, diameter, which is recessed in a concrete pad by 20 ohm. The thrower typically takes an initial stance facing away from the direction of the throw. He then spins counterclockwise around 1.5 times through the circle to build momentum, then releases his throw. The discus must land within a 34.92-degree sector. The rules of competition for discus are virtually identical to those of shot put, except that the circle is larger, a stopboard is not used and there are no form rules concerning how the discus is to be thrown. The distance from the front edge of the circle to where the discus has landed is measured, and distances are rounded down to the nearest centimeter. The competitor's best throw from the allocated number of throws, typically 3 to 6, is recorded, and the competitor who legally throws the discus the farthest is declared the winner. Ties are broken by determining which thrower has the longest second-best throw. The basic motion is a four-handed side-arm movement. The discus is spun off the index finger or the middle finger of the throwing hand. In flight the disc spins clockwise when viewed from above for a right-handed thrower, and counterclockwise for a lefty. As well as achieving maximum momentum in the discus on throwing, the discus distance is also determined by the trajectory the thrower imparts, as well as the aerodynamic behavior of the discus. Generally, throws into a moderate headwind achieve the maximum distance. Also, a faster spinning discus imparts greater gyroscopic stability. The technique of discus throwing is quite difficult to master and needs lots of experience to get right, thus most top throwers are 30 years old or more. Phases. There are 6 key movements of the discus throw: wind up, move in rhythm, balance, right leg engine, orbit, and delivery. The wind up is one of the most important aspects of the throw because it sets the tone for the entire throw. The wind-up is both mental and technical. It is mental because the wind-up sets the thrower up for the rest of the throw. The following are the technical aspects: flat right foot, on the ball of your left foot, keep your weight evenly distributed between your feet, and not being overly active, which results in the waste of energy. Although the wind-up sets the tone for the entire throw, the rhythm of the throw is the most important aspect. It is necessary to move in rhythm throughout the entire throw. The best throwers contain the same amount of time in each phase while completing a great throw. Focusing on rhythm can bring about the consistency to get in the right positions that many throwers lack. Executing a sound discus throw with solid technique requires perfect balance. This is due to the throw being a linear movement combined with a 1.5 rotation and an implement at the end of one arm. Thus, a good discus thrower needs to maintain balance within the circle. It is also important that the discus thrower keeps their shoulders at the same level during the throw until the end, where the thrower must extend their shoulders upward to get good lift under the discus. If extension is executed properly, the discus will be at the right angle to ride on the air current and thus be taken a farther distance. Culture. The discus throw is the subject of a number of well-known ancient Greek statues and Roman copies such as the Discobolus and Discoforos. Discus throwers have been selected as a main motif in numerous collectors' coins. One of the recent samples is the A10 Greek Discus commemorative coin, minted in 2003 to commemorate the 2004 Summer Olympics. On the obverse of the coin, a modern athlete is seen in the foreground in a half-turn position, while in the background an ancient discus thrower has been captured in a lively bending motion, with the discus high above his head, creating a vivid representation of the sport. United States, in U.S. high school track and field, boys typically throw a discus weighing 1.6 kg and the girls throw the 1 kg women's discus. Under USATF youth rules, boys throw the 1 kg discus between the ages of 11 to 14, and transition to the 1.6 kg discus as 15 to 18-year-olds. Girls throw the 1 kg discus as 11 to 18-year-olds. Under U.S. high school rules, if a discus hits the surrounding safety cage and is deflected into the sector, it is ruled a foul. In contrast, under IAAF, WMA, NCAA and USATF rules, it is ruled a legal throw. Additionally, under U.S. high school rules, distance is thrown or rounded down to the nearest whole inch, rather than the nearest centimeter. U.S. high school rules allow the use of a solid rubber discus. It is cheaper and easier to learn to throw, but less durable. Top 10 performers. Accurate as of June 2013. Men, women, Olympic medalists, men, women, World Championships medalists, men, women, season's bests. See also, National Champions Discus Throw, references. External links, World Record, Discus History.